Whoa, well, there we are. That worked hard. I've got to turn this down. So, if you're reading this, it's telling you that you can ask me anything today. Aaron's there, Debbie's there, Juan is there. Okay, that was the first thing. I am on my holidays, but the kids have just gone down to the beach and I got about 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes, I got about half an hour. So I thought you would want to know something about my thoughts on the mask situation. Hoping you can all hear me. Can you all hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. And if you go to timothydowd.com/live, L-I-V-E, there's a link there where you can come in and join me. I'm connected to the room, nobody else is yet. All that I ask is that you don't swear too much. Okay, so hi Sarah, hi Raimundo. Masks in the streets, yeah, we're coming to that. So we'll come to the masks in a minute. Wet and miserable Newcastle, GJD, Clive P. See, tomatoes have gone up in price. Oh. Ask me anything. Okay, I get it. Don't worry. So what we're going to do? This is me here. Christina's having a rest. The kids are down by what's it called? Not by the pool. What's it called? The beach. Because we didn't book the pool, unfortunately. You got to book an hour at the pool the day before, and I thought I did to do it this morning, but there you go. Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, hi Tim from Julie. Wayne also says hi. Stephanie Roberts, hi Tim, planning a trip in September. Masks on the beach put me off. Simon Ray, okay. Take 2 weeks for you to get it. Ah, okay. Good, right. So let's start. Where to start, everybody? Where to start? Okay, as you probably all know, the government's strengthened the rules last week, and they're going to have a meeting again this Thursday, because that strengthening of the rules obviously didn't work because people are ignoring it. In fact, the amount of people that are ignoring it is epic, amazingly enough. So I just don't understand it myself. I don't understand it. Anyway, so the new rules are that you have to wear a mask when you leave your house. That's basically it. It's not wearing them in the streets or wearing them in bars or wearing them. It's basically if you leave your house and you're going to come into contact with anybody who doesn't live in your house, you have to wear a mask. Then there are things you can do to take them off. Okay? So if you think of, if I leave my front door, I've got to put a mask on, that's the rule. Now, what they did say was, is that if you are eating or drinking, then you may remove your mask. So they don't mean if you're going to eat and drink you don't have to wear a mask, or as you're going into the restaurant you can take your mask off. They're actually saying now that whilst you are consuming things, you don't have to wear a mask. Now they obviously don't mean in between bites. It's not like that. So basically what they're trying to say is if you are approaching a restaurant or a terrace, an outside terrace, and you get to your table, you sit down, you get the menu, you order, the drinks arrive, then you take your mask off and you start to consume whatever. And you can leave your mask off whilst things are happening and you're chit-chatting. Then the food comes, you eat the food, you're having a wonderful time, you order another drink, just make sure the drinks keep coming. When you're done, you finish eating and drinking, you put your mask back on and ask for the bill, basically. Whilst you're waiting for the bill, they theoretically want you to have your mask on. Now, I'm not saying this is what everybody should do or what everybody is doing. This is what I'm reading into the law. This is what they're expecting of you. Now, it's not that there's a policeman behind you trying to get money off you for not doing it right. It's basically they're just saying we're trying to stop a total lockdown of the Canary Islands because we really have to get a handle on this, and the only way we can think about it is to put these things in place. And if you don't, and if you ignore them and the things go up, then Madrid will step in again and say Spain's not working, and bang, we're locked down. And that would be the death knell for Tenerife tourist industry. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. So basically the masks are, if you leave your house, you got to wear one. If you're eating and drinking, you don't have to wear one. The other thing they did say is that if you are not in a population area, which means if you're out in the forests, up the mountain, or somewhere in the national park or wherever, then you don't have to wear one there either, as long as you can maintain a safe distance from other people who are not in your household. Okay, we got somebody in. Tony's come in. I'm just gonna Tony, I do see you, and I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me, Tony?
I can hear you, mate.
Okay, I'm just going to mute for a second. I'm just going to finish this and then I'll come to you, okay?
Okay, chief, buddy.
Okay, so Tony's joined us, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over to him in a minute, but I'm just going to finish this. What's happening basically is that they're going to let you take your mask off if you're in the wild, but not in a population area. So anywhere where there's tourists, they want you to wear your mask. Smoking has been banned in all establishments that are open to the public, and they had to qualify this because people were saying, oh, I can smoke if I'm keeping a distance of 2 meters. But what they did was quite clever, because they said the restaurants have to have a distance of 1.50 meters between the tables, and they've said smokers have to have a distance of 2 meters between people. So that means it is impossible to sit on a table in a restaurant and smoke, inside or outside. Well, inside is banned anyway, but outside even now. So you have to go out to the street, you have to find a place where you're 2 meters away from anybody, and then you can light up. And that also means between any other smoker, so you can't like huddle together and have a smoking corner, because that's you don't know whether that guy's got the thing or whether you got it or not. So the theory is, do you smoke at home? And the reason they're doing that, and one of the reasons that they put, is that when you're exhaling smoke, you're smoking onto somebody else, and if the smoke's traveling that far, then the droplets will probably travel that far as well, and if you've got the COVID, there's a possibility of infection. So that's the reason that they're banning the smoking and everything. Okay, I'm going to bring Tony in. I just want to see what he's like there. Let's have a look at him. Can you turn your phone sideways, Tony, please? Okay, let me unmute him here. So you can probably, there you go, you can hear Tony now, but you can't see him yet. I'm going to stick him up here, so it's going to be Tony's A and I'm B. There we go, you're online. Tony Payne, how's it going?
How's it going, mate?
Good, thank you, good to see you. I'm going to hold you like this so I can look up there and down here at the same time. So where are you based?
Yeah. South Wales.
South Wales. So you don't speak Welsh then, I don't suppose, no?
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Dipping back. My
Yeah.
mum was Welsh from North Wales, so.
Right,
What's the
okay.
weather like over there? I heard it's raining and everything.
It's currently boiling out here, mate.
Ah, looks lovely. That looks lovely.
Okay.
Where's all the rain then? Probably up in England
Yeah.
somewhere.
No, we had a little bit earlier. I was working on site earlier, so finished for the day now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry for this if you've been asked these questions. I'm over
Hey,
on the
no problem.
27th. Just basically want to know what the crack is regarding face masks. What's open, what's shut in. Do you think I'll make it out there on the 27th?
You know, everybody's asking me this, and what I really think is, if you want to come out and have a good time, as long as your expectations are you're gonna have to comply with some sort of mask rule, then I think you're going to be all right. I mean, I was thinking, what would be a typical day? I'm going to get up in the morning, I'm going to maybe go out on my balcony, have a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to nip down to wherever for the breakfast. And whilst I'm out of my room and before I sit at my table, I got to put a mask on. But it's not really a big deal. I mean, you're not going far, I don't think. And
No.
then you have your breakfast, and what you're going to do then, you're going to hang it by the pool. I didn't get to that bit, but basically you can take your mask off while you're sunbathing or swimming. So as long as you keep your mask on until you get to your sunbed, and then as soon as you're on your sunbed, bang, mask off, because those are in a different place now. They are...
Basically, whenever you commute in around the streets or shops, basically, then just
Yeah, I mean it's a bit of a pain, but they're doing it for a reason, because they don't want to lock down. So I understand why they're doing it, and the more people that comply, the less time we're going to have of it, and the more people that don't comply, the longer they're going to try and do something else. So it's basically swings and roundabouts. I think that if you spend most of your time sunbathing, swimming, eating and drinking, then you don't need a mask. If you like to go on long walks, then you're gonna see some, you're gonna have to wear a mask. A lot of people are hanging them around their chins or putting their noses out and stuff, and it's not really the letter of the law. But hey, if there's nobody about, I don't see the problem in that myself. But I do like to tell you guys what the law is, just so that you don't run foul of it. So, but I think common sense is a good thing. Don't go and rubbing shoulders with loads of people and stuff like that, and you should be okay. 27th, Germany have closed down Spain now. That means Germans aren't allowed to come to Spain, but they've kept the Canary Islands open. So their travel ban is all of Spain, including Balearics. In fact, they're bringing people back. The Germans are asking Germans to return early to Germany from the Balearics, and we don't want to be included in that. So everybody who does their bits to stop that happening, would be very grateful. So what do you do as a job?
I'm a bricklayer.
Oh, right. So you're one of the most important people in the world. We realise we don't need bankers anymore.
Well, but Boris doesn't seem to think so. So.
Well done you, and you deserve a good holiday. So as I say, I don't know what your expectation. You got a family, or are you coming over with lads, or what's the crack there?
No, my father just passed away, so I'm coming over on my own to reset the battery.
Okay, my condolences.
No problem. Okay, yeah, thanks.
Great stuff.
Sorry.
No, you go right ahead.
Okay, mate. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much. See you next time. Well, that was Tony. Thank you very much. Okay, so we did the smoking. If anybody else wants to come in, I'm not sure whether it works twice. So I think if one person could come in and just say that it works a second time, because I don't know whether the link changes every time or not. So go to timothydowd.com/live and have a look to see if you can click that button and come in and say hello. You don't have to have a question, you just have to come in and say hi. I'm going to go to some of the... I don't have any video today to show you, so basically it's top of my head day. But I'm going to start at the beginning. So we went through a few of these, but I'm going to say them again. Hi, Aaron and Debbie and Juan Torres Ray. What's the thoughts on the masks? Okay, my thoughts are if they need to do it to stop the lockdown, it's a good thing, but it's still not nice for everybody. Clive says sea tomatoes have gone up in price. Yeah. What's wet and miserable Newcastle? GJD. Raimundo, thoughts? I thought you're on holiday. I am on holiday, but I can't keep away. Simon Roy, hi everyone. Sarah Woods, hi Tim, hi Sarah. Raimundo, Massey in the streets, yep. Open MC MacMaster comes to Tenerife next week. Yeah, MacMaster's actually coming on Friday, and I don't know if you noticed, but the Night Strider has got a new channel, which I will link in the comments later. But the Night Strider's got a new channel, and he's called it The Night Strider, and he went up to the Tady at night. So he's going to do more of the internal bits and the touristy bits and things where you need a car, and obviously promoting his car business, but that's good on him. But he's going to show you what you can do with it, so that's a value add for you guys. So go and subscribe to his channel. I'll put the link in the bottom there. KS, hi my friend, hi KS. C. Ruston, hi Tim, hi. C. Ruston is Clive, is it? Okay, good, they can hear me. Hi Tim, can you explain what's the new rule on masks? I think I did that. Hello, are you enjoying your family time? I am actually enjoying my family time. We're very chilled. We spend most of the time out on the deck. They go out for a little walk in the morning because the baby gets up quite early, and Christina and I stay in bed till about 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Then we have a family breakfast through till about 11:30. Then we either go out in the car somewhere, or they go down the beach, or it's just a chill time. They're only here for a week, so. And then I cook in the evenings, and we have a great time. Thanks for asking. Stephanie, Maxine says hi. Can you? Oh, that was Maxine. Thank you, Maxine. Stephanie Roberts, hi Tim. We're planning a trip in September. As the masks on the beach. Okay, as I say, the beach and the beds, you have to wear your mask going to your spot. But once you're on your towel or on your sunbed, then you can take them off and sunbathe without them, so you're not going to get that mark. And if you get up from your bed to go in the pool or go to the water, you don't have to wear it. But if you're getting off to go to the bathroom or go and get ice cream or whatever, then you have to put it on. And it's basically common sense, as I said before. But yeah. Hope you enjoy family time, playing on the beach. Okay, Wayne. Hi to Wayne's daughter, Kiera, in Reading. Hi, Kiera. And Julie, hi Tim. Simon Roy, have you heard about the joke about COVID-19? I would tell you, but it'll take 2 weeks for you to get it. You got to laugh or you cry, when you got to laugh or you cry. Thanks, Simon. Debbie, how's family? Family's great. Lee Shaw, afternoon, Tim. Hi, Lee. Carl says, hi Tim, your wife, hope you're okay. Looks nice today. This time of year, I'll be there. Can't wait. It's raining in Birmingham. Well, it's always like this here. It is really always like this. I mean, the weather, I think I've got the weather for last week here. These were temperatures taken at midnight. Midnight, folks. Let's just get rid of that. There you go. A little bit of technology there for you. Hong Kong Fooey, thank you, my friend. Thank you very much for the super chat there. If you want to join Hong Kong Fooey at super chat, press the little $sign and give me millions of dollars so I can retire. Or you can go to timothydow.com and press the sponsor button. That would be quite nice too. But you don't have to. It's all free. This is all free. So, Anne Muldowney, hi Tim, looking lovely there. Sorry, can't stop to watch. Okay, see you. Catch up later. Hi Tim and Chris, hope you're well. This is Steve Shrek64. We're coming out to Tenerife. My wife is disabled. Just wanted to know, can we use the Radar key for disabled toilet? I'm not sure whether it's the Radar key or not. I think we have our own here, but they're very easy to get. You go to the disabled hotel, which is up on Calle Amsterdam in Los Cristianos, and you can buy them there, I think, for $20. But if you give it back when you leave, you get your $20 back, so it's like a deposit. Or you can go to any of the tourist information offices. They sell them too, especially the one on Las Vistas Beach. In Las Vistas Beach, between Los Cristianos and Las Americas, you know, where the Golden Mile is and all that. There's a tourist office there opposite the disabled part of the beach, where they've built out this fantastic disabled beach jetty where you don't have to go through the sand. And have we got somebody come in? No, we didn't. I got this beach jetty, and right there you can get the key for, I think there's about 7 toilets and stuff like that where you can get that key, but I don't know whether it's the same one as the one you have in Great Britain. In fact, I'm pretty sure it isn't. Okay, so hi Tim, Chris, you're well. Wanted to ask if we're coming out. Oh, that was that one. That was Steve. Thanks, Steve. Les, trumpeter. Hi, Les. You and Chris and your family speak German together or English? Actually, at the moment, when we're just me and Chris, we try to speak Spanish, because we want to just practice that. Sometimes Chris speaks German to me. I speak English to her back. Sometimes we speak German. Sometimes it's English. When the family's here now, my daughter's German, but she talks English to me and German to her mum. And the little one is speaking German and English. Well, she's not speaking, but we communicate with her in German and English. And her dad comes from Ghana, so he's talking Twi and Gonja. So those are the 2 languages in Ghana, apart from English, which is the official language, that they're reading. So it's quite eclectic, the family. I don't speak any Gonja or Twi, but if the little one does... when she grows up and she starts speaking Twi to me, then I'll have to learn. Okay, Julian says, at least I can go hiking with no mask. Yes, you can, yeah. If you go hiking on your own, well, not on your own, but out of the population area, then you don't have to wear a mask, as long as you can socially distance other hikers, obviously. Peter Stewart says, hi Tim, hope you guys are keeping well. Supposed to be flying out with Jet 2. Do you think it will happen? I really don't know. I really don't know. I heard something this morning that even EasyJet are stopping flying from one of the airports in Scotland, so you've got to go down to Gatwick or something to get it, like a 3-hour train ride to get over here. John says, we'll cancel our winter stay over there if we're required to wear masks as it stands. Do you think the hotels will rethink their opening? Well, a couple of months ago, we did have a chat with the head of tourism. I was on a podcast of my friend Cleo and Janet Anscombe, which I've always said is also a good resource. And their podcast was saying that they were only expecting a 30% capacity this summer. And so we're actually reaching that now. So I think the plan is that we don't want to do money before safety. So therefore, I think that hotels are going to not be opening sooner rather than later. So some of the hotels said they were going to open in August and haven't yet. And so I think to tell you the truth, they're saying safety before cash. So, but as I say, if you want to come over, the mask thing isn't really a great bind, because you used to have to do it in shops and anyway now. And I think that as long as you take a little bit of common sense approach, then you should be okay. Just don't get caught without one. And also, if you're in an area where there's more than you know, so you're not walking down the street on your own, then stick it up, because you never know who's watching. And if the police just want to come and bust you, they probably will. Okay, and don't forget the government's meeting again on Thursday, so we don't know what's going to happen there. So it might even be worse now. You know, they might even sort of say don't go out between 9 and 5, or we don't know what's going to happen. So wait for Thursday night or Friday morning. Okay, so it's raining in Cornwall. What a shame. Rain, I used to remember that. Nasty 4-letter word. Mark Bailey, thanks for the reply. For the email, Tim, you're very welcome, Mark. Debbie, do you think there's a possibility of another lockdown coming? You know, I'm not going to predict a new lockdown, but they are saying that if we do not comply with the stringent rules, they will have no other choice. But they're not planning for it. They do have it as a contingency in the back of their minds, and that was picked up by some rag on the mainland and ran with it. But we're not planning for a lockdown, but it's not off the table. It's not off the table. Okay, remember, this is working well with interacting with viewers. Well, if we got one more person coming in, or if somebody could say I tried and couldn't get in, that would be good. In fact, if you want to just try to get in and even if you don't want to go online, that's a good test for me. Hope you had a lovely time with your family. Missed your videos. Cheers up. Seeing lovely places in Tenerife, and your village looks peaceful. It is peaceful, actually. It's quite a nice village. It's not too raunchy, and yet we have everything we need. So that's pretty cool. If you want to come and stay, we've got a few hotels here. We got the Blue Sea Callao Garden, or Callao Garden as they call it. We got the Tropical Park, which has just opened this week. We have the Pearly Grey, which is an owners club, but you can rent rooms there. So Pearly Grey, if you're looking for that in Kawasaki. And there's one that caters to lots of Scandinavians called the Atlantic Holiday Club, which is right down there. You can actually see it from my balcony if you've got a zoom lens. Okay, so hi Tim, great to see you. Great shows you put on. Thanks, Ian. Ian Costa there. Sue Willis, hi Tim, does the ban include vaping? Yes, it does. In fact, it includes everything explicitly. Shisha, all the everything. So anywhere where you could blow droplets of smoke out is banned. It's not just tobacco. Okay, hope you're doing good. Lavina on that one. Andrew did very well for his first. Yeah, I watched that. It was quite good. I like the intro. A lot of MacMaster influence there. We fly over tomorrow, staying in Los Cristianos. Annie Wilson, welcome. Come in, chill by the pool, chill by the bar. Don't worry about the masks. Just make sure you got one with you when you go out, and you stick it on when there's people around. I, Tim, a friend of Sandy in your local had enough mailed you say I hope you see you in January, but we're not sure yet. Cheers. Okay, hi Joe. Yeah, I spoke to Sandy, and he did say that it was him that you were talking about, because I didn't think it was that Sandy. And then he said some other stuff, but he's got such a fantastic Scottish accent that I don't understand a word he says, especially after a couple of pints. But yeah, when you come over, let us know when you're coming over. We'll get together. Cy Fox, really enjoy the vlog. Informative reasoning, gives you all a sense of perspective. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cy. And Lynn Taylor says, are your apartments soundproofed, as we are thinking of buying an apartment there? Well, you think I'm too loud? We live on the top floor, so we can hear them next door if they're in the kitchen, and they can obviously hear us if we're in the bathroom, I think it is. People who live on the lower floors are sort of saying if you drag something around or you're wearing shoes in the house, they can hear the footsteps and stuff. Some of my friends that live one floor down on the other side said the person above likes rolling bowling balls, but I'm not sure what that is. So it's like an apartment, you know. It's a reasonable build. It's quite good. It's quite good. If you're talking about here, Callao Beach, there are a lot of places that are a bit older and maybe a bit thinner in the walls. A lot of the modern stuff is well insulated, so it depends what you're going to do, whether you're going to rent or buy. I recommend renting for at least a year so that you can get a lay of the land and you get to look and find out where the dogs are barking, where the neighbours are horrible and stuff like that before you plump for something that you might not be able to get rid of quickly. Okay, enough of that. That was Lynn. Julie, hi team, have you noticed places such as bars and restaurants closing back down? A lot of the bars and restaurants are opening up. I don't think I've seen one closing down. There was a bit of a scare in Gulf del Sur where some golfer tested positive, and then everybody started testing positive, so they closed the bars just on the safe side. But then they went up to Granadilla or not to San Isidro and got tested correctly, not just the quick swab test. And no, I'm not sure which one it was, but one of the tests gave a false positive, so they're opening back up. Some of the restaurants are not opening up because they didn't make it. That means that they didn't have enough capital or help to be able to reopen. So some of those have closed and are selling up and leaving. So if you had a business that didn't really have a business case before the lockdown, or if you were doing dodgy stuff with the tax and just declaring a little bit here and a little bit there, so when you got to get the help, they were giving you help based on what you'd recorded and not what you were actually taking. So a lot of those people didn't make it. So, but I don't in the village I've not seen it. In the village it's okay, but in the big tourist areas there will be some people that don't open again. Notice places, okay. Dawn Chapman, hi Tim, there's a forecast for Tenerife for next week. Same as this week. It's like 25 in the middle of the night and over 30 in the sun. 50 factor, got to be careful. Okay, how long have we been on now? 30 minutes, I gotta go. So let's do this up quick. See what the forecast for Tenerife next week. Did you go to Puerto de la Cruz? Not yet. I'm actually not going to go very far whilst things are in place, because it's no fun walking around and doing that stuff. I might do a drive around, but Puerto de la Cruz is an hour away, and Christina doesn't want to go in the car, and I don't particularly want to go on my own. So what I'll do is I'll wait until you guys come over, and maybe we'll come up and visit you there. What's the forecast on that? Puerto de la Cruz, apparently EasyJet not doing flights. That's the one I was thinking of. Newcastle, not Scotland. Sabak San Sadehi, how's it looking like? Well, it's looking good. What are your thoughts on the long-term effects of the tourist industry and property prices? You know, I'm not too clued up on that. I think the tourist industry will bounce back. I think that especially Adeje or the Canaries in general are looking to up their game, you know, to give you a better all-round experience. So they're going to go more for the adventure-y type stuff, jumping off a mountain, climbing rocks, visiting the wine fields, doing the blossom walk. I'm not sure. Property prices, if people start selling, obviously it's going to drop. But the guy you want to talk to there is Andy Ward. So if you're on Facebook, go and join I Love Tenerife with 50,000 people and hit Andy up. And if you're interested in investing over here, let him know and tell him Tim sent you. I might even get a kickback from that. Hi, Andy. Andy Ward. He's the guy to talk to. Okay, what's your thoughts on the long term effect? Any cruise ships docking in Tenerife? Gareth, I haven't seen any because I've not been up the top there, and there's been none round here. It's just the ferries. So next time I'm in the capital, I'll have a look, but I don't know. Weather in Kayasavaki is always warm, sunny and windy. Here in Weymouth, here, guys, having a great time visiting family. Yep, we're having a fantastic time. Hi, Aaron, how are you? I'm fine, very welcome, thank you very much. Nobody came in yet. Okay. Hopefully 5 week time should be in the flight over, keeping everything crossed. Me too. That was from Firefly Robert. Kevin Nicholson, hi Tim, hi Kevin. Julie Bradshaw, looks very nice. Where do you live? We live in a village called Kayalsavaki, which is spelled Callao, Callao, when the double L is a yacht, is a Y, sorry. So Callao Salvaje, which is Salvaje, means Savage Cove or something like that. Kayasavaki. So if you look from past La Caleta and before Playa San Juan, we're in the middle there. Looks very nice. Okay, do you used to live in your neighbouring village, Playa Paraíso? Debbie Addis. In Marina Palace, much preferred living outside the main tourist areas. Well, actually, this is quite a main tourist area now in Playa Paraíso, because we got the new H10 Sunset Club there. We got the Hard Rock Hotel. The Rio has just done itself up. Can we do it like this? No, wrong way. Over there. The Rio. Can you see it? The white one. The low white one, about here. There. And behind this one, sorry, that one, there's the Hard Rock Hotel behind that one. So, we got to bring you back now. Oh my God, I've messed it all up. There we go. I got my earphone in just in case somebody comes in. Nobody's come in yet. Okay, Gemma Wood message has been retracted. Oh, you're swearing at me, Gemma. Andrew Knight is good at YouTube. Yeah, did you watch that, Aaron? It's very pretty good for the first one. Please help me finding Binod. Please help. IB123. Please help me in finding Binod. Please help. Binod will find you. Julie Bradshaw says it is still very quiet in Costa Deji. is much open there. There's as much open as you need to be open, really. Not every place is open, and I've not been down to the front in Fania Bay for a while, but I know the Winchester opened up on the 1st of August, so that is one bar that's there. So, and I know the beach bars are open down there because my mate Adrian Baez from Too Close, for those of you who watched the interview the other day, he plays there on a Thursday, I think it is. So, or a Saturday, I can't remember. Have a look at the interview. Okay, Safari Centre is opening. I don't actually. I don't know when Safari Centre is opening up, but the more people come, the more chance there is. Hi Tim, read the El País, the English on the app. They say the bars close in the evening. Is that right? No. Well, it is. They are, but you got to close at 1 o'clock in the morning. So, and you've got to be out by 1:30. So they've put a sort of a cap on when you can open up. Although some people say that's only nightclubs and I'm a bar, so I can open till 4. We don't know, but I don't go out that late anyway, so I don't know. Debbie says, I know you're a very informative person. I don't want to say too much, but have you done any research in the COVID-19 with regards to Fauci and Gates? No, I haven't done any research with Fauci and Gates. Hi Tim, don't know what's expected. Going, but tried looking late. Deal package. Checked to last night. Booking was declined. Local lockdown soon. Could be. Maybe they know more than we do. Dawn Chapman, always tuning for your chats. Craig and Dawn from Wakefield. Hi Craig and Dawn. Joe Wilson, cheers Tim. If you see Sandy, tell him I've got €10 in my pocket. And we'll get a laugh out of that. He'll explain the taxi. Christian's always looking. Cheers. She is very happy. She is very happy. She's probably screaming at me now, saying I've got to come and help her out. Gurmiel Bassi from I Like to Bay House. Is it okay? Bassi from I Like to Bay House. Is it a good idea? I'm assuming this is you're going to like to buy a house. Is it a good idea? If you've got money to spend and you want to buy a house, it's a great idea. If you're taking a loan out, I probably wouldn't. Okay, but go and see Andy Ward. He's your man. Okay, Julia, Tim, regarding cruise ships, Spain has currently banned all cruise ships until further notice from Spanish waters. Julie, thank you very, very much. From West Bromwich is Gumel Bassi. Okay, Stephanie Roberts, are there buses running from the airport? Yes, buses and taxis are still running. Fly Robert, love your videos, Tim, very informative. Thank you, Robert. Raimundo says, are them wine corks just from last night? Actually, no. That was the past week and a half. There's a corks from the week's wine. There we go. You're all going on the corks. It is me showing you sort of like hotels and stuff, and all you're looking at is my crap on my table. Okay, flying over on the 19th of September. Do you think that the mask rule will be eased? I don't think so. Unless we get a massive reduction in new cases, I don't think so. But even though the new cases are, there's not that many new cases, was it? There's 202 and only 5 in a decade yesterday. So, I mean, it's not as if we're being overrun. Currently in Chiaffa, great info team, been a lot mixing in the last few days. Good set from clarity in the situation. Lee, if you're up in Chiaffa, go and visit the Treehouse and go and see Tony. He actually lives here. So you can say you saw Tim. And so go to the Treehouse, say hello to Tony. Cat Company, who's Andy Ward? Andy Ward is a real estate agent here on the island. He runs Tenerife Property Group, I think. No, not Tenerife Property Group. He runs TenerifeEstateAgents.net. And the reason he's a .net is because he networks all the other estate agents into his group. And he has the I Love Tenerife Facebook page. And so if you go with Andy, what he does, he'll find, if you're a buyer, he finds you with no cost to you anything you want. You give him sort of upper limit, lower limit, type of thing you want, things you're interested in, and he will find a property for you. And if he doesn't have it, he goes to one of his mates and gets it off them. So you've only got to deal with one guy. Andy Ward's your guy. He's a good guy. If you're selling and you're on the island, go to Andy, go exclusive to him, and he pushes it through all the other guys. And whoever sells it first they get the commission and Andy gets a cut. And if Andy sells it, he gets a cut. So everybody's happy. But you, as a seller, only have to deal with one person. And if you sign an exclusive contract with Andy, he gets me to come down and do a 360 tour of your flat. So, cool dudes. Quick shout out to Andy Ward there. Well worth doing your research, Tim, and your own BitChute and London Real. You know, I used to do research, and what people do online isn't research. So what you have to do if you're researching something is go and critically think everything, get all the information together, write a paper. Once you've written the paper, you have to submit it to your peers for their view. They give their view, then you come back and you amend the paper based on the new information, empirical evidence, and then you can say you've researched something. If you've watched a conspiracy theory on YouTube, that's not research, okay? Thank you. And Bill Gates, you know, I reckon he's... anyway. You probably know what I think about that now. Thanks, though, Debbie. Sam Williams, they could review it any day. The decisions are made within hours sometimes. Yeah, as I say, they're meeting again on Thursday. So how much do you need monthly to live comfortably over there, renting? I actually did a sort of a breakdown that if you're renting at around about $650-700 a month, you probably need around about, I don't know, I would say $1,500 a month, all included. As long as you didn't want to go out for dinner every night, you can do your shopping, get your drinks and your food in, and have a really nice, as long as you got a nice outside space. You don't need a lot of rooms because we live out here. So you just need a bedroom, a kitchen, and lots of space outside. And $1,500 a month should cover it. If you're renting at around $650, if you're going to rent between $800 to $1,000, you probably need $2,000. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, thanks for answering about Andy Wood. Okay, Kat, thank you. Hi Tim, does any of you know what the best travel insurance? I don't know the travel insurance, but if you do, please write in the comments here. Patrick, Tim, does any of you... Okay, I've done that. Debbie, Kat, can we think you know what I'm talking about? Thank you. Okay. Kat and Debbie, yep, go and do your real research. Vernon Coleman on YouTube. Okay, how is it true that bars have to close at 1 o'clock at night? Yes. Vernon Coleman is a professor and virologist. Good for him. Buzzanada, not a bad spot to buy. Friend used to live there. Loved it when we stayed. Buzzanada is quite nice, actually. If you go to that end, it's just around the corner and up the hill a bit, so on the inside of the TF1. And if you like Spanish life and you can speak Spanish, this is a great place to go. So if you can't speak Spanish, then learn. It's a fairly easy language, it's like Latin. So if you did Latin at school, you're halfway there. If you didn't do Latin at school, all you got to remember with Spanish is that there are no hidden agendas. You pronounce every letter, like Tenerife, you know? And you've got to remember things that the verb conjugates, the ending depicts on what we're saying. So there's a certain ending for I want, or you want, he wants, she wants, they want. It just changes the ending. So if you know the verb to want, which is quiero, querer, then quiero is I want, and quieres is you want, and quiere is he, she, it wants. So you've only got to learn the verb once, and then the endings are pretty much uniform. There are some irregular verbs in Spanish, but you've just got to learn. But, you know, it's easy. I like to use Spanish with Paul, and I don't get paid for that. Spanish with Paul, look him up on YouTube. He does 10 free lessons on YouTube, and if you decide to buy his course, he does a Spanish course, he does a vocabulary course, and he's just brought out a comprehension course where you can listen. So the whole thing will cost you a little bit though. 45 minutes now. I got to finish up, so I'm going to finish reading these and say goodbye. Patrick, we got insured with Battleface. Okay, I've heard about that one. I use Coverwise, Battleface. Tim, are there many short rentals available? 3 months for winter stay. Cannot find any. Just need to warm my bones for the winter. Tree surgeon, if you give my mate Eddie a call here, he might be able to sort you out. Go to my website, contact, send me an email, and I'll wish you his telephone number over there. You get one of these. I think some of these are going for winter for short rates, because there are a few people who are not coming this year that normally come every year. So Battleface, Duolingo is the best free app for simple languages. I did Duolingo first, and that was quite good, but there was a lot of limitations. There was a lot of limitations on that, and I found that Spanish with Paul started me off at a higher niveau that I could use immediately. So he would give me things that I could use in everyday life, whereas Duolingo sort of builds you up to do an exam, you know. So if you want to pass a Spanish exam, Duolingo is a great tool. If you want to speak Spanish for a week, then Spanish with Paul. Even his free course, you would learn enough on his free 10 courses on YouTube to be able to come here and speak Spanish the whole week. Okay? You probably won't be able to understand what they said back to you, but you'll be able to make yourself understood in Spanish and have a little laugh at the same time. And you get treated slightly differently if you make the effort, you know? If you go in, you sort of say, I'll have double-legged chips, I'll make it snappy, £8, then you get treated differently if you go in and ask for the same thing. What's double-legged chips? Doubly, what's an egg? Earth, no, it's French. Oh my God. Put me on the spot now. This is alive. I can't even cut this out. Double-legged chips, papas fritas, and huevos, doble huevos. Y papas fritas, por favor, mi amigo. Más rápido. Okay. Anyway, enough of me faffing around. You can only remember one German word from my time at school, 1978. Geschwindigkeitsbeschränkung. Yeah, something like that. Yes. It's Geschwindigkeitsbegrenzung, I think, is the speed limit. But Geschwindigkeitsbeschränkung is putting it down. Huevos, thank you very much, Firefly Roberts. And Kat and Robert and oh, they're okay. If you want to go ahead and go and find those, I'm not going to say conspiracy theories, but do your research. Then just make sure you do your real research. You know, write it down, send it to your peers, publish a paper, put your name to it. Okay, con. Okay, I'm going to finish up here. So before we go, nobody else came in. If anybody tried to come in and failed, let me know, please, because that means that it's just like one person, and then I've got to change the link. We're 47 minutes in now. We are actually planning to go live again tomorrow with Julian in Endel and the family, and we're going to have tapas out here, and we're going to have a chat. We don't know what the theme is going to be. I tried to say the theme would be living in another country, but some people might think that's migration, and I don't want to put that connotation on it. But what's it like to live in another country? So I'll propose that to the group, and we can have a chat tomorrow about living in another country with balcony banter on Wednesday with Julian in Endel, Christina Dowd, Kasim and Stephanie and Malika. Okay, see you all tomorrow. And last one I'm going to read out is Dominic Fitzgerald's Much Live Music On. Not a lot, but there is some. I went to a cafe yesterday in La Arena, and they had a singer on in the afternoon, so it's coming back. But as I say, what's going to happen Thursday? Mark, question 10 for September the 8th. Come on over. Unless they actually lock us down, we're open. We're open. And Kat Cymru, ich liebe dich. I love you. And Real Research, the NHS staff that spoke have been silenced. I apologise. Okay, let's keep away from that thing. Let's keep on stuff we can touch and feel, and we'll go further on that way. I think if you want to do something else, it's I'm not the person to talk to. Okay, but I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming in today. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in, and we had a great time. And I'll see you tomorrow. And goodbye.